When Mr. Kim turned 72, he thought he was doing fine. He walked every morning, took his medicine on time, and believed he was aging better than most. But one day, his granddaughter filmed him trying to stand up from the floor after playing with her. It took him nearly a full minute. He laughed at first, but that video changed something inside him. "I used to climb mountains," he muttered, shaking his head. "Now I struggle just to stand." That night, he made a promise to himself. He would not let age steal his strength, mind, or spirit. What he didn't realize then was that most people his age, 99% of them, in fact, had already lost more than they knew. Not just muscle or memory, but habits, courage, and simple abilities that make life full. The first thing most people lose after 70 is balance. It happens so quietly you don't notice until you stumble. Mr. Kim began practicing standing on one foot every morning while brushing his teeth. At first, he could barely last 5 seconds, wobbling like a tree in the wind. After a month, he reached 30 seconds. He didn't just improve balance, he trained his brain to stay alert. "The body follows where the mind goes," he said, proud of the small victory. The second thing the elderly forget is kneeling and rising. It sounds trivial, but the ability to kneel, squat, and stand up without help is the foundation of independence. Mr. Kim began doing slow squats every evening, using a chair for support. It wasn't easy. His knees creaked like old doors, but soon he could pick things off the floor again without fear. Most people his age avoid bending down, and that's exactly how they lose the strength to do it. The third was reading without glasses for long periods. Not because of eyesight alone, but focus. He forced himself to read a few pages of small text each day, then rest and start again. The eyes, like the brain, can stay sharp if trained. The fourth was remembering names quickly. Forgetfulness creeps in quietly, disguised as normal aging. But memory is a skill, not a casualty. Mr. Kim made a game of it. Every morning walk, he greeted everyone by name. "Good morning, Mrs. Lee. Hello, Mr. Park." It became his mental workout. The fifth thing was deep breathing. Most older adults breathe shallowly, only filling half their lungs. He learned to take slow breaths, expanding his chest, holding it, then releasing it fully. Within weeks, his fatigue lessened. "It's strange," he told his doctor. "I feel younger just by breathing properly." The doctor smiled. Most people don't realize oxygen is life's simplest medicine. The sixth was drinking enough water. Many seniors drink less to avoid bathroom trips, but dehydration ages the brain faster than time itself. He began keeping a small cup by his side, sipping slowly all day. His skin brightened and his headaches disappeared. The seventh thing people in their 70s forget is laughing. Not polite smiles, but real laughter. Mr. Kim started watching old comedy shows and even joined a local senior dance group. "When we laugh," he said, "we remember we're still alive." The eighth was trying something new. Most people stop learning after 60, believing new skills are for the young. Mr. Kim began learning calligraphy. His hands trembled at first, but the ink taught him patience. "Each stroke," he said, "is like breathing again after a long pause." The ninth was walking fast enough to feel the wind. Many seniors shuffle, afraid to fall, but slow walking leads to slower living. Every afternoon, he challenged himself to walk a bit faster, swinging his arms. "If you walk like an old man," he'd say, "you'll become one. Walk like you still have places to be." The 10th was forgiving. At 72, he realized how heavy grudges were. Old arguments, family wounds, regrets. He began letting them go, one by one. "Peace," he said, "is lighter than pride." Most elders carry invisible burdens that exhaust them more than illness ever could. And the 11th, perhaps the hardest, was dreaming. Not sleeping dreams, but goals. Mr. Vi Kim made a new one each month. Visit a new park, learn a new recipe, call an old friend. If you stop planning, he said, you stop living. A year later, at 73, he was standing straighter, laughing louder, walking faster. People half his age asked his secret. He'd smile and say, "I just refuse to give up the 11 things everyone else does." When he looked around, he saw many his age moving slower, living smaller, shrinking from life as if it no longer belonged to them. But he knew better. The body may age, but the will can still shine. Most people lose these 11 things, he said one evening as he watched the sunset. Not because time takes them, but because they stop fighting for them. And as the sky faded into gold, he rose from his chair, slowly, steadily, without help, and walked toward the light, strong, balanced, and smiling.